So I'd promised I wasn't going to do another video, but my flight got delayed another half an hour, and I've got nothing else to do, so I might as well bring you guys with me. Welcome back to another episode of the 2 Count. We're doing a segment I like to call Flyin with Charlie. We are here at Logan International Airport. My flight to Newark is now experiencing mechanical issues and is now being delayed at least another half an hour. So that being said, I figured we could find some good time to find something to talk about here just a little while. So first up, I want to talk about NXT. So Dave and I, we did a conversation last night. Going to be airing that episode fully later today. I'm going to edit it on the plane. The episode really focused on the new additions to NXT as a recap. You've got Chelsea Green, you've got Punishment Martinez, you've got Matt Riddle, you've got Mia Yim, some really big names from the independent scene who have joined the NXT ranks. On the flip side of that, 3 people were actually released from NXT today. You've got one of the early twins. I'm not sure what that means for the other early twin, but one of them has been released. Sean Bing has been released, the first Chinese superstar. I guess after 2 years, he wasn't making any progression, so it was time to cut the cord on that investment. So yeah, in terms of NXT, you got some talent going in, talent coming out. But I think what I want to talk about NXT the most is a certain man named Johnny Gargano. So Johnny's character has taken an emotional turn over the past couple weeks. Looking at his character development, this is a guy who literally had straight up Daniel Bryan babyface potential over all of his. Nope, that's not me. Over all of the past 2 years with his takeover matches versus Ciampa, DIY. I mean, this was a guy that literally could do no wrong for about 2 years, but with a growing number of options like Ricochet and Adam Cole and even Ciampa himself, fans started to turn on Johnny a little bit, and it looks like the NXT universe may be embracing that. It turns out that Johnny's the guy that attacked Tommaso Ciampa. Now, not Tommaso Ciampa, Alesteir Black. Now, realistically, I kind of expected that a little bit. When the whole event happened, you saw Johnny come in the door and say, "I'm sorry." Now, it looked like he was apologizing to William Regal for bumping into him, but at the end of the day, he was apologizing for attacking Alesteir Black to get himself a one-on-one match versus a triple threat. So now you have Johnny revealed as Alesteir's attacker. Alesteir has returned in what only can remind most people of an Undertaker gimmick. Not an Undertaker gimmick, but an Undertaker feel. And what does that lead to? It leads to a one-on-one match with Gargano versus Black while Ciampa's dealing with Velveteen. So I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know if it's a full-blown heel turn for Johnny or just a quick mental lapse. To me, Johnny Gargano's a straight-up babyface. He's an underdog. You got to root for him. He's not going to be that. I mean, he could be, but he's not going to be that cocky heel. He's not going to. You want to root for Johnny Gargano. Him and Candice LeRae are too awesome together to fully flip him. But we shall see what's going to go on there over the next couple of weeks. NXT's landscape is going to change dramatically over the next few months. I mean, realistically, if you look at it, sorry, I'm a little bit winded and I don't know why. Probably that giant Wahlburgers meal I ate. But I mean, realistically, I want to say the landscape is going to be so dramatically different with all of the new.
We are going to begin our boarding process.
Yeah, with all the new talent coming in, I think you're going to see a bunch of call-ups very soon. And with that, I'm going home, guys. They just announced boarding, so y'all have a great one. Thank you for.
We're going to begin our boarding process. Maintenance is all fixed up. So we'll begin our boarding process flight 267 hour service to Newark.
Okay. Anyway, so guys, thank you for joining me for another quick episode of the 2 Count here. Glad we could touch base on NXT real quick in this 5-minute episode. You have yourself a great night. Your boy's going home. What is up, guys? We are back in New York City. Well, sort of. We are actually in Newark, New Jersey. I have just landed. I have my breath back. And I wanted to add a little bit more to the conversation. I'd actually listened to the clip on the plane. Wasn't much else to do. And in listening to the clip on the plane, I wanted to cover some of the people that are going to potentially be called up on it too from the NXT roster to the WWE main roster. So you're probably going to be losing Velveteen Dream. You're probably going to be losing Alesteir Black. Those are going to be two major holes to fill in NXT programming. That's where you're going to see Matt Riddle come in. That's where you're going to see Punishment Martinez come in. Although I'm very interested to see where they go with Punishment Martinez's character. And with that, you're still going to have Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa there. I do think this whole heel turn, or potential heel turn, or at least somewhat heel turn, will add a little bit of a dynamic piece to his character. But I still feel he's better off as a white meat babyface. I don't think he gets called up without winning the NXT Championship. There's been way too much that has gone on in Gargano's story for them not to at least give him one small run. I do think Ciampa will get called up after Gargano takes the title from him, since Gargano will ultimately be a face that takes the title from Ciampa. To me, it's clear who takes the title from Gargano. After that, it's going to be Adam Cole, and you're going to have the Undisputed Era running with things from there. They've been holding on to those tag titles for a long time for a reason. Once Cole is the champion, then you're going to start to hear things about when the Undisputed Era is going to go up to WWE programming. My guess is sometime around the Fox the Fox merger, January of next year, Royal Rumble, January this year, Royal Rumble 2019, or maybe a little bit later, based on timing. And it also depends on if the Elite get calls up, because that's going to be a big piece of that as well. So wanted to add that little bit of information to it. Again, guys, thank you for joining me here on the 2 Count. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I ask you to please click like, subscribe, and you have yourself a great night, y'all. I'm going home and I'm going to bed. It is so good to be home. Bye.